cult horror movies are one thing, but are there some cult horror movies that hold up and some that don't? Well, this review is revolving around a horror movie that I like, but some people may not. This is a review for Basket Case. So, Basket Case. Very interesting film. Cult following all the way. Actually spawned 2 sequels. And it's one of those horror films from the 1980s that you always hear people talk about. Basket Case, Basket Case, Basket Case. It actually is it has a good story. I like the soundtrack. Now, some of the locations you can tell that all they did is take one location and then take the same location, redress it, and they use it again. The acting is pretty subpar for a lot of the characters, except for the girlfriend and I think the brother. So the story of Basket Case is there's Dwayne has this weird monster Siamese twin that was grown on him, and they get separated when he's about 12 or 13, and then when they're older they go on the rampage trying to kill the doctors that separated them. Now this is completely, you watch this movie for the stop motion, for the gore, all that, and there's some awesome scenes in here where they're having a good little humor moment about eating food, or where he's holding down this girl that he's really interested in, and his brother's like freaking the fuck out. His brother's always in a wicker basket, so that's what the wicker basket thing is. His brother's always in there. It looks like a big, as he would say in there, it looks like a squash octopus. But it's actually campy, and I like a lot of campy horror films. Granted, my other half wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. She liked it, but it wasn't her cup of tea. And that's basically Basket Case in a nutshell. Like, it has a good beginning, it has a good middle, and to me it has a good end. And it looks like at the end they both die. But there's 2 sequels, and it's basically, you either love it or you don't. I put in the same category as Reanimator, because Reanimator is the same way. You either love it or you don't. This is by far, to me, Basket Case, to me, is a cult classic that holds up. I love a lot of the key scenes in there. I love when she thinks he's the guy that's trying to fix the typewriter, and he's not, and he's an old friend. And I love how with each doctor he shows them the wound, and it just messes with their head. Like, they would remember this one scar out of all the patients that they work with. And that to me is pretty interesting. I also like it that when his brother gets mad, he flips out and goes crazy and starts throwing furniture. And to me that's really cool. There's a really good dynamic between the 2 brothers, and it makes you really want them to complete their mission, even though their mission is to brutally fucking murder people. And you can't help that one of the doctors in one of the scenes is trying to get this guy super drunk so she can just violate him in every way humanly possible. But that's what makes Basket Case so good, is it's so bad that it's good. I don't know how it spawned 2 sequels, but I think you should check it out. I watched it on Shudder. They have it on Shudder, but they also have the Joe Bob Riggs version, where you can watch it with all the stuff in between. So this is, I would actually give it a 3.5 out of 5. So, this has been Chucky. This is my review for Basket Case, and I will see you guys next time.